Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shalom Honora and my brand name is Market Culture for those that are new here. So we've been doing a series on things to know before you start hair business, and this is part 6 of our series. So if you're just coming across our video for the first time, you can kindly go back to our profile and click on other videos, and it is very educative, and I believe it is going to help you out as a small business owner or someone who has already been in the business but still have some loopholes in knowledge. So let's get right into our today's topic. Today's topic is going to be the truth about hair quality levels. The truth about hair quality levels. In the hair industry, we have like different quality levels, and those different quality levels has different prices attached to it. They have different prices attached to it, and if you are not aware of those different quality levels, you might end up getting scammed by your supplier or by whoever you want to purchase your hair from. So there are 4 major types of different quality levels, and one is raw hair, synthetic hair, Remy hair, and donor hair. Those are the 4 major types of quality that we have in the hair industry. So in this video, I'll just be stating the basics of all this, but to also do a different series about the whole thing that we're going to talk about today, so that you'll be able to understand the depth of everything, because everything has this depth. Raw hair has the extent it can go, Remy hair has the extent it can go, synthetic hairs has the extent it can go, and donor hair has the extent it can go, so that you can be able to know where to classify each other, especially for raw hairs and donor hair. You know where to classify them. So raw hairs are 100% human hairs, directly cut out from a donor or multiple donors, and their cuticle are aligned, unprocessed, not chemically processed, and it can last for a very long time.
Raw hair has a strong cuticle and also a natural texture, meaning that if you're getting a particular hair from a particular origin, it should come in the initial origin. If you're getting a straight hair, or maybe you want to have a straight hair and you want it in a raw hair, it's expected that that straight hair has to come in from origin as a straight hair. If you want a wavy hair, that hair has to come originally as a wavy hair, not processed wavy hair from the factory. Processed wavy hair from the factory is not a raw hair. Don't be deceived. Processed straight hair from the factory is not a raw straight hair. You have to make sure that the origin is what it is. So if you want to get a raw hair, you have to to make sure that the person selling that raw hair to you explains very well where they're sourcing their hair from. And if that's their origin, the place where they're sourcing their hair from, have like a wavy hair or a straight hair or a kinky hair texture, then you can be sure that okay, what you're getting is a raw hair. But if they tell you, oh, it is from Cambodia, and then they get like a bone straight for you, knowing fully well that naturally Cambodian people don't have like a completely straight hair, that means they are scamming you. So you have to like check and also do your own personal research. If you really want to get a raw hair, you should be sure that where you're getting your raw hairs from is from a very reliable source, to avoid yourself from getting scammed. Let's talk about donor hairs. Donor hairs are hairs that are gotten from donors. So under donor hair, we have different donors. So under donor hair, we have like a single donor, and we have donor hairs. So the reason why I classified it like this is because there are different ideologies and explanations to donor. So it depends on the country you are buying from. Let me say now in Nigeria, we buy from Vietnam mostly. When we get Vietnam is one of the places we get our raw hairs from, or maybe Cambodia, or some people Philippines, and then other places. Then if you get your donor hairs from there, donor hairs gotten from like one person. So if you get like 3 people's hair in order to make a full wig, or maybe 4 or 5 persons in order to make a full wig, their hairs are slightly processed in the factory, maybe to give you a colored hair, or to give you like a different color that you want, or a particular style that you want. Let me say, like if you want a bouncy hair, or if you want a curly hair, and all of those things, you can call all those things a donor hair, because now it is no longer raw, because it's already processed. When it's already processed, it's no longer called raw. It is called a donor hair, because you can actually get a raw hair and process it to a bone straight, get a raw hair and process it to a bouncy, get a raw hair and process it to a pixie coils, get a raw hair and process it to a burmese coils, get a raw hair and process it to a deep wave. So that is why we have to classify it under donor hairs, or some people even call it Remy premium hairs. That's like high quality hairs, you understand? So that is why it depends on who you're meeting. So this is just like an explanation on why I call it donor hairs. It's just my own explanation. So other people have their own way of classifying it. Then in terms of single donor is gotten from one person, and it depends on the origin. Most times, most people's hair don't weigh up to the amount that is necessary to make a full wig. In fact, a lot of times, it's on a rare case where you see somebody that the hair weigh up to 300 grams. It is on a rare case. Even if it weighs up to 300 grams, is that the length is so long, or it it just weighs that much. So that's it. So if you get someone, maybe the person's hair is weighing 50 grams, 60 grams, maybe 80 grams or 90 grams, all those can't even make one wig. So you need like 3 to 4 persons, or even up to 5 or even 6 persons to make a full wig. And if you check most of them, their colors might not be the same. You see some people, they have natural brown, they have natural black, or maybe they have different colors of hair. That's just it. It's natural. So what do? You bring it and then you align it. This is what the factory do sometimes. They get it and they align the colors to maybe jet black, or maybe to a natural black, or maybe they just do it like that to just make a full wig, or maybe they just change the color of the hair entirely. So that is how they gather their hairs. So anybody who is getting a completely 300 grams of hair and tell you that thing is a single donor, that's not a single donor. A single donor is one particular donor from a person. One particular donor from a person. So maybe one bundle is gotten from one person. That means that one bundle is a single donor. Then if you get 3 or 4 persons hair, that is called a donor hair. Then if the hair is not processed, then it is called a raw hair. Donor hairs are hairs that are slightly processed in the factory in order to give different styles or different colors of hair, because those hair are not coming naturally on the hair. Those styles are not coming naturally on the hair, unless those styles you are gotten directly from the origin. Like a straight hair is gotten from a country that has a straight hair, and then a wavy hair is gotten from a country that has a wavy hair. Same goes to kinky, same goes to normal curly hairs. So that's just it. And also for these donor hairs, it's only if somebody's hair actually weighs 300 grams that it can be able to make a full wig, and then you can say that it is a single donor. But that is on a rare case. It is on a rare case. And the population of people selling hair now, I don't think that is the amount of single donors that is gotten from the donor people, So that's just it. Unless there's somebody's hair weighing that much, then you can say yes, that you are sure that this is a single donor. But if it's not and you're not sure of it, then you just need to just call it a donor hair to be on a safe space, or to just understand your English, because single means 1, double means 2. So that's just it. So what you are speaking is English, then you know that single donor you're saying on top of a 300 gram or on top of a 400 gram weighing hair is not correct. Raw hairs and donor hairs are expensive. They are quite expensive depending on the country you're purchasing your raw hairs or donor hairs from. Raw hairs are expensive. Donor hairs are expensive. If you find someone who is selling raw hairs or donor hairs ridiculously cheap, is not a raw hair. They are not cheap. They are not cheap, or it can be affordable depending on where you're shopping your hair from. People go extra mile in sourcing their hairs. If the whole sourcing process is like easy, then you can get it affordable. Maybe like in Vietnam hair is like much accessible now, because everybody's shopping from Vietnam. Cambodian hair is kind of accessible, but other hairs are not really that accessible. That is why it is still expensive like that. And the distance to the shipping fee and everything, that's all. So that's what it is. So if you want to venture into a luxury hair business, or if you want to venture into raw hairs, you have to be out for it entirely. You have to be out for it. So our next discussion is going to be Remy hairs. Remy hairs are hairs that are chemically processed. You can also call it processed hairs. Their cuticles are processed and chemically made to align, and it does not last for so long as you expect, but it can actually last if you treat your hair properly. So the only thing that can make your hair last long is maintenance. Even if you buy a raw hair and you don't maintain it well, it is not going to last. If you don't maintain it, it won't last. If you don't maintain your Remy hair, it won't last too. So this Remy hair, I classify my hair in 2 categories: Remy hair and Remy Premium, and I'm going to be explaining more of the Remy Premium in our next video. But Remy Premium hairs are hairs that can bleach up to 613, and Remy hairs are hairs that cannot bleach up to 613. So in that 2 Remy hairs, that's where you see that some people might be having like different prices. They have different prices, and they'll tell you that, oh, I got my bone straight for this price, and that person will still be selling that same bone straight as this price. Maybe the person might actually be selling a Remy Premium hair, and this person might actually be selling a Remy hair. So that's just it. So when you say, oh, this person is selling more expensive, or this person is too expensive, that person is not too expensive. That person might be selling a Remy Premium, or maybe even be selling a donor hair. So that is just it. So this particular thing can be bringing like a lot of problems to people, and people who don't know and are not aware of it just think that people are just putting unnecessary price on their hair without knowing that even in that virgin hair they have grades. And I have come to realize that in that Remy Premium, not all factories do that Remy Premium in other colors aside from blonde hairs, because even when they tell you that their hairs cannot bleach up to 613, they still sell blonde hairs to you that are also still virgin hairs, So, and that are non donor hairs too. So you will now ask yourself, where do they get their hairs that are not donor hairs, and they'll still sell it at that affordable price. Those particular hairs that they've used to bleach as donor hairs, as blonde hairs, are the Remy Premium. So they select it. Those ones too are also gotten from Remy hairs, because Remy hairs are hairs that are multiple donors like gathered together. So they select the stronger strands in them to use it to bleach the blonde hairs, or maybe the lighter color shades of hair. That's just it. Why some factories will also term it for you and tell you, okay, that this is Remy hair, this is Remy Premium hair. So either one, any one that you want, you can actually go for it. Then if you feel like you can sell a Remy hair both in black and in brown, all those darker shades, then you can. But if you feel like, okay, you want to sell your Remy Premium hairs in only the blonde, then good and fine. Then you can just get Remy as all those darker shades and then sell only blonde as Remy Premium. Then it is if you know. So me, I had to do my own personal research to realize that, because the blonde hairs are not bleached with donor hairs, or are not bleached with raw hairs. So how come they are selling it that cheap as the normal virgin hair, and it can still bleach to 613? So that was when I realized that Remy hairs are different, because most factories will tell you that they don't have hairs that can bleach to 613 except from single donors. That is just it. So if you want to get like a hair that can bleach up to 613, they will suggest that you get a single donor. While some people already selected stronger strands from the Remy hairs that they've gathered for it to be able to bleach to 613, and then keep it aside for only blonde hairs and lighter color hairs or lighter shades of hair, and then use the normal Remy hair that cannot bleach up to 613, that have like weaker strands, and use it to make darker shades of hair. That's this is why factories have their own policy. So you need to just ask and see what this factory has and see what to get from them. Then you have the upper hand. Or if you're going in blindly, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And even some of those people's Remy Premium, some factories Remy Premium are not really good. Some people suggest you get the donor hair. That is just, some people suggest you get a donor hair. Why some people tell you that, oh, the Remy Premium hairs are good. But personally for me, I sell donor hairs because I don't want problem. One thing about a vendor is that a vendor don't wear all the hairs that she's selling or he's selling. They just collect the hair from the factory and sell it to you as the person that is buying. So if you're a buyer, you're using the hair for like 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 years or so, and then you realize that in the midst of your second year, maybe the first year, the hair is already like feeling like a synthetic wig, even when you're even trying to revamp it, or maybe try maintaining it, or use extra moisture to maintain the hair, it is still feeling somehow. Or maybe the hair starts to tangle. It is just a sign for you that the hair is not of a good quality. So it's actually better you go for a higher price or a higher quality of hair, and you be assured that what you're getting is the best of it. So that's just it. And also in this our raw hair, we have baby tin hairs. We'll discuss that in our next video when we're talking about the depth of the raw hair. I just told you guys that I was going to talk about the basics to save time. So that is it for our Remy hair and our Remy Premium hairs. Next video coming up. Then our next point is synthetic wigs. Synthetic wigs are wigs that are done artificially. They are not human hairs. They are all chemically made, and they don't last so long like the human hairs. So under the synthetic wig, they have luxury synthetic wigs. That is what most people call the blend hairs, where they mix human hair and synthetic. Most times it's just depending on the factory that you're getting your hair from. Most times they have the gradings of the synthetic luxury synthetic wig. Sometimes they do 50% of synthetic wig and 50% of human hair. Some factories do 80% of human hair and 20% of synthetic. Some people do 70-30. Some people do 40-60. Some people even do 60-40. All of those things, just gradings. So it just depends on how much quality you want to go for. And synthetic wigs are also affordable. Most people go for luxury synthetic wigs, those ones that are graded. Some people even go for the ones for 80-20 or even 70-30. Like very good synthetic wig that is so soft that can actually last for a while if you treat it very well. You can revamp it, you can coil it, it accepts heat. That is just how much it can actually go. One thing about synthetic wigs is that they are cheap, and most people prefer it these days if they want to go for extravagant style, maybe like a quick styling, and maybe they just want to wear it for a short time and then they'll throw it away and stuff like that, because it can also be styled, it can accept heat and all of those. So people who are on a budget prefer that too. So you can actually get scammed by someone who is selling a luxury synthetic wig, because you might actually think that it is human hair. So if you actually want to go for 100% human hair, be sure that you're going for 100% human hair. If you want to go for a synthetic hair, be sure that you want to go for a synthetic hair, because these luxury synthetic hairs can actually be styled as a luxury hair. and you might actually think that it is a luxury hair. You will not know that it is a synthetic wig mixed with, it's a synthetic hair mixed with a human hair. So that is just it. Because even if you mix a human hair and a synthetic hair together, the synthetic hair will always show its presence. And in our next video, maybe the part 8 or so, I'll be talking about how to know 100% human hair so that you don't get scammed, and also how you also identify a synthetic hair is that it is cheap and very affordable, maybe around 30k, 40k, 50k. They have even the 70k luxury synthetic. I think that's those ones that they sell that is 70 30 or 80 20. Then maybe the one that is completely synthetic you might get at the range of 3,000, even 10,000 or 20,000 naira. Those ones are 100% synthetic hair and they don't actually last for so long. So we have come to the end of the video for today, and I hope I was able to convince you and not to confuse you on our quality levels. And stay tuned for more depth knowledge of this, because I'll be stating it in each. I'll be making one video of each. If I want to make a video on raw hair, it will be about only raw hair. So if there's anything that you feel like we missed, you can actually state it in the comment section, or maybe there's a point you want to add, you can do that in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.